Champions Cup playoffs, and we are gonna have the quarterfinals. And I didn't get to cover it, but yes, the Dark Elf team takes out the Norse team, and thus making my predictions absolute garbage. I think this is the first time I've been sub 50%, and that's actually a good thing though, guys, because that means the competition is getting that much more harder to predict, that much more difficult to win the cup. Boy, you just don't know. And that's what I love about Blood Bowl right there. The unpredictability. Anyone's ball game. And today we are going to watch a couple of matches. But first we are going to check out the Chaos Dwarf team taking on this Dark Elf team, who did actually take out the Norse team of World Zadar. And so without further ado, the quarterfinals action. Let's get straight into it. Jump into the replay. And let's see what all had transpired. So, in my preliminary prediction, I did like the Chaos Dwarf team, Crucifer, because, I mean, yeah, the Dark Elf team did surprise me against that Norse team, but still, Chaos Dwarves, so bashy. They just want to crush the skulls of any Elven team in their way, and they are well equipped to do so with loads of tackles on their guys. Coached by Crucifer, I'll watch. And he will be facing off against Coach Ungern's Dark Elf team. Where's my big guy? Coin toss here, and yes, the Chaos Dwarf, I mean, it's just, they can get Claw, they can get Mighty Blow. They already come with Tackle, and the Chaos Dwarves also has guard for all of his Chaos Dwarves up front, and then Claw. But let's go ahead and just real quick go over the skills here. Since we haven't seen this Dark Elf team before, let's go ahead and check them out. Yeah, we have the Blitzers. He does have Wrestle with that leap ability, sidestep with the tackle, so a cage buster right here. And then we have a sidestep blodge with that guard. Lineman over here on the outside, Blitzer with blodge, and then another lineman with wrestle and sidestep, more wrestle, and the dodge sidestep for that man here. And then the Witch Elf, she is going to sport the block on her, and then the sidestep with the Raj lineman. So nicely all leveled up for this Dark Elf team. Does have Dauntless for this hitting man here. Tackle, just need to get perhaps Mighty Blow or something like that. And then a Wrestle lineman to come in, and then a block Blitzer. Actually, that's a Blitzer right there, isn't it? Sure is a Blitzer, so it's just going to be a level 1 Blitzer that can come in, and also yet another lineman. And that's going to be doing it for the Dark Elf team. I can see here also a Wizard in hand for this Dark Elf team. Chaos Dwarves, though, like I said, oh boy, you talk about some huge hitters there all the way up front. Lots of guys with Claw. He's got 3 now with that Claw, Mighty Blow, and then this one here with the piling on, this one there with the piling on, and then the jump up ability. Kind of missed that in the last game, but definitely has that going for that Chaos Dwarf, and so definitely a big combination here. Bull Centaur, this one with +1 agility, tackle with the Mighty Blow, this one with break tackle sidestep with that blodge ability. Hobgoblins there. He's gonna have a couple of them, and then this one here with Dirty Player, and this one here with Sure Hands, +1 in movement allowance and blodge action, and then another Hobgoblin to come in. And so unlike in the last game, Crucifer went with an extra apothecary, but here he's just gonna go straight up, no extra apothecary or anything like that for today's match. Probably doesn't need it, right? Dark Elves, you don't expect them to get too bashy on you. Loads of wrestle for just about everyone. This is exactly the way I like to shape up my Dark Elf team. Very opportunistic, and can get into the backfield, cause some havoc. Anybody's a threat, right? Because of that wrestle ability. Block doesn't save you from all that madness. He's going to be able to field that ball from the air, and then we are underway. Let's see if this Chaos Dwarf team can get the hits in. Crucifer, yet again, what he likes to do and how he likes to play it is he likes to just crush you down, mince you down into nothingness, get the piles on, get those Mighty Blows in, and then, oh, cause those injuries. And if that doesn't cause an injury, well, then he's going to follow up with his Dirty Player and get the fouls in as well. So you better watch out for that. Crucifer just so menacing up in the front line, and when he gets the ball first, I mean, it's just, whoa, what are you gonna do to such madness? Injury, and then a KO here for the second hit up on the line. That's what I'm talking about there. And where's my big guy? The Dwarf actually chose to kick, and I almost feel like that was a bit of a mistake because of what is transpiring on the pitch at the moment. And so he's going to have to blow the Apothecary on that blitzer. Don't want to get down too many guys. He does have a couple of guys to come in for reserve, but not a third guy, so don't want to lose yet another big blitzer, and going to save him for the time being. Oh man, that couldn't have gone any better. So Chaos Dwarf was going to get the bashes on, get the hits in. This is why we get wrestled. Both down die, going to take him down as well. And the majority of the time you see that the bashy teams, they don't have too many guys with jump up, right? I mean, except for that Chaos Dwarf blocker. But you get the wrestle, and then you cut them down, and then the Dark Elf lineman, well, he's got lots of movement allowance, right? And not really these Chaos Dwarf blockers, so if they go down 2, then they can only go 1 space, but he gets up, he can go 3 spaces without those GFIs. But nonetheless, again, he's going to go and attack the cage, and he's going to get a pair of guys in there and threaten that ball carrier. And he's going to have to touch up the rest of the cage if he wants to get this a good... Yes, he's going to... Yeah, there we go. And that's how you really get a good threat on that cage. You need to kind of base them up a little bit, and it's a little bit unfortunate that you have to do that, but if as long as you get the pressure up and perhaps the ball can come out, then that's a good time for him, because he does want to pressure the ball cage. Then he's going to just go ahead and tie up these guys here, base them up, and put a lot of pressure up. Now the bad thing about this pressure here is that these Chaos Dwarves can totally take advantage and get some hits in, get some injuries in, and ouch time. Gonna get the push there, sidestep, we'll be able to stay in there and touch up that ball carrier yet again. So this ball carrier is gonna have to jump out of the way, sidestep yet again, and he's gonna be sidestepping here to the left and try to stop anything here, but I think maybe going here to the right would have been better because the blitz has already been done. And so perhaps sitting down right there would have been awesome, because then there would be no real good place to dodge out. But it appears that instead the ball carrier is going to stay there, do the 1-die block, a little bit risky, but with block only 1 in 6 chance, right? Nothing bad could happen. And as you can see there, Fireball is going to be used straight away and resists all the way around. Oh man, what a terrible wizard. Somebody get him another wand, because that didn't work out. What's going on, Nate? Yes, no orcs today, man. Just Chaos Dwarves versus Dark Elves. Here's the leap in there. Gonna try to get in there. 2 red die block. Gonna get a couple of pushies, and that's exactly what he wanted right there. We'll be able to step on through and get a nice and even 1-die block coming up, perhaps. Oh no, gonna dodge away, and then a 2-die block coming up. Yes, this is exactly what we needed here. And we'll get the defender down die. Ooh, gonna work out just fine. Don't forget about that leap blitzer here with that wrestle, with that tackle. We'll be able to take down that hobgoblin. Ball is gonna come out. He's gonna chase after the ball. Yo, he's got the rock here. Dark Elves are gonna try to punt it away and not try to hold it at all. He's gonna try to punt it away and unfortunately gonna fumble it. Ooh, that was a really bad idea there. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea, but bad execution, I should say. So unfortunately that happened, and boy, I almost should have just kept the ball right there, hey? Actually, it probably would have worked out okay-ish, right? Sure, he's got tackles and can get him down with a 2-die block in the least, but still, all he needed to do was just hold on for 1 blitz and 1 blitz only. Lots of pushes on the die, that could totally happen, right? But now, here comes the blitz, and this will prove whether or not he would have been okay or not. And he would have been okay. Well, of course, he definitely would have re-rolled that. The ball's going to be popped out. The ball's going to be continued to be touched up by the Dark Elves, and so still going to make this very uncomfortable. Let's take away the skills real quick. Just so much into traffic there. And Defender stumbles, but this guy is the guy without the tackle ability. And he's going to try to get the Hobgoblin out of there. He's going to go in there and touch up this lineman. And also mark the ball at the same time. So, looking pretty solid, looking pretty strong. And Mighty Blow. And the Claws. Oh, man. It's just going to get there. Claws activated, so 7 plus was needed to get that injury off. And definitely got it out there. Oh, just barely. He needed that Mighty Blow to come through as well. So, a little bit unfortunate, but fortunately for the Dark Elf team, still looking good. Gonna hit that Chaos Dwarf into the ball. Great scatter here. Dark Elves have yet another shot at winning the ball game there. Not winning the ball game, but taking the lead in this ball game on the Chaos Dwarf team possession half. And so this is looking pretty good. And this is exactly what the Dark Elves have envisioned when going cage crashing so hard. Yeah, he put a few guys in harm's way, but this is the byproduct right there. And so now this Chaos Dwarves are gonna have to just pull something out of the hat to stop this score coming up. Oh no, I don't know if he's got anything left in the tank. Dark Elves, oh, he's also gonna get that defender stumbles. Big hit, and also get the armor value break. Gonna get the KO, so now I believe, only one guy in range to stop this touchdown. I don't think this is gonna be a possibility coming up. Dark Elves are gonna take the lead here on the possession half of the Chaos Dwarf team. Couldn't have gone any better. Oh man. Dark Elves looking good. And I'm actually happy about this. Unfortunately, though, that means that my pick is not looking good at all. Crucifer, man, don't let me down. Don't let me down, man. And oh, he's not letting me down. He's gonna get these injuries. Yeah, sure. The Dark Elf team, he might get this touchdown, but he's still gonna continue to get the hurt on these Dark Elves. And if he even thinks about holding it, well, then he better dodge away, because this is gonna be lights out. Dark Elves now should score it. I don't think he should try to hold the ball or anything like that. Nothing fancy here, buddies. You don't want to do that noise. Sidestep. And no one-die block. And there we go. Not gonna get too fancy with the spices. And 1-0 Ungern. Gonna take the lead 1-0. Where's my big guy? Against Crucifer's Chaos Dwarf team. It's not done yet. Dark Elves actually suffered a bunch of armor value breaks, and so the question now stands is whether or not he'll be able to field enough guys to stop the Chaos Dwarves from scoring his own touchdown. Oh, KOs are all coming back, so question now has been answered. He's going to absolutely be able to get all of his guys back and put up a nice little defense. Only needs to hold serve for 4 more turns, and after that, get his possession half and should be okay. Kismaki, yes, you did miss the start, but don't worry, buddy. You can catch it again. Definitely catch it again. Cheering fans. Man, Dark Elves are in the lead on the Chaos Dwarves possession half, and so looking pretty good, I'd say. And did get all the KO guys back as well, so pretty nice. Piling on, and the Mighty Blow. He did actually have a Bloodwiser Babe as well, so KO is a 3+, so that's really nice. And not only a Wizard, but also a Bloodwiser Babe to get in this game. Wizard didn't produce anything, but nonetheless, it worked out. Ooh, John Doe. No Apothecary now for the Dark Elves, and so he's going to have to accept all of the injuries now, and as they all mount, this could be not enough. Oh, there was an Orc team. There was an Orc team, all right, but unfortunately, didn't make it through. KO on another of the Dark Elf, and injuries has just armor value breaks, boy. If the Chaos Dwarves just got a gold piece for every single time he's broken armor, he'd be flippin' rich right now. Oh man, 5th turn here. Here comes the blitz. Does get the defender down, die. Wants to get down yet another piece, and it's gonna be yet another KO on that mighty blow blitz. Nicely done there. Chaos Dwarves doing his business and doing it well. Why can't the Orcs just have a win? Hey, look, the Orcs have won already, I believe, Nate. So don't fret. Well, not in this cup, but I mean in the past cups, right? Or have they? Actually, I don't. No, they did. Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. They did not win. Oh no. Oh, we had Bretonians in the first season. We had Dark Elves in the second season. And then, what else do we have? Wood Elves in the third season. And then, oh man, I forget. Well, there comes the leap coming up, and no reroll on that leap, so it's going to let that one go. Guess he doesn't want to get that. Doesn't want to give up his last reroll to a little bit of a try at the ball. I don't know. If you're going to leap in there, might as well. And maybe get that ball out, but I guess damage has already been done. It's okay if the Chaos Dwarves kind of scored here, because it's going to be the Dark Elves possession half for the next bit, and as long as they keep everybody kind of fresh and alive, I don't foresee the Chaos Dwarves being able to stop the offense of this Dark Elf team. Oh man, I forgot who it won season 4. I guess I could check that real quick. Piling on! More mighty blows. John Doe the 4th. He's going to be injured. And more Dark Elves are alarmingly going into the sidelines. And this is kind of the reason why Games Workshop wants to nerf that piling on, mighty blow, and claw combination, even though not that many people has access to it. But Chaos Dwarves, like I said, at the higher TVs, they have access to the mutations on the doubles, and if they get their team just kind of nicely put like how this Chaos Dwarf team is looking at this moment, then it's just so difficult to beat. Yeah, Chaos Dwarf just ultra bashy. Yeah, that's what another person in my league said. Well, if they want to nerf piling on, then perhaps they should make it to where Claw doesn't quote-unquote activate, and then after that, then sure, that might balance it a little bit better. But it going off on the Claw the second time around is it's just a little bit too much, I think. Too much. Instead of making people use another reroll. But then I think I know what the thinking is here, because a lot of bash teams, when they start getting rolling, they have all this money, and so they just start siphoning off this money, right? They start buying cheerleaders, and they start firing them, and they start, you know, just buying stupid junk and then just firing them as well. So it's just like they're just gold rich, right? I mean, they're just too much. Yeah, Claw is already pretty strong as it is once you have it. But then again, it kind of doesn't do the teams that need it to activate to do well, like the Chaos team, right? I mean, because they need it to get online as quick as they can, and then they need to get some injuries off and start building up the SPP, and that's the best way. Or either that, or you make it to where you don't gain SPP off of the piling on, right? I don't know. I mean, there's so many other ways you can kind of nerf that. But there we go. Hey, look at that. No injury there. Oh, but here comes the foul there by the Hobgoblin. Oh man, that's what they're used for right there. And he will get the Almond Value break, and he will get the KO. Oh man, right when you think it was like, yeah, hey, I got it. Oh no, he's gonna get that foul in, and the Chaos Dwarves are gonna easily score here by the end of the half. Dark Elves are probably just gonna run his guys away. There we go. Leave the rest probably standing around by the. He's gonna stay. Oh, he's gonna just go for it there, and get his guys in there, take away a couple of attack zones, and he will attempt the 2 red die block. Oh, this guy's got guard, so perhaps not as good. He went in there to maybe take away these tackle zones, but anyways, both of those guys there had guards, so it was 2 red die block regardless of what he did here. And now he based up this guy right there for absolutely no reason. However, the ball is out, and so there is a small chance of this going awry. 1 in 9 chance of him not being able to pick that ball up with a hobgoblin. But I do believe that it's going to be this bull centaur to pick this ball up after the 3-die block coming up. Yes, it is. Okay, he's got the +1 in agility, so it is still going to be a 1 in 9 chance here after the reroll. Oh, he failed it. He needs to get this reroll. And oh, he fails it. He absolutely fails it. And the Dark Elves did just enough there to stop this touchdown. Oh man. And can the Dark Elves actually turn this to the other way? He possibly could. Oh, he got the skulls there. And with no more rerolls, ooh, had a chance to maybe pick that ball up and then huck it deep to this man there who's actually in scoring range and maybe turning around on turn 8, but unfortunately we're not going to see any of that. However, the Dark Elves are in the lead 1-0. And my pick is looking terrible at this moment. Dark Elves possession half here. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys injured, but who the flip cares, because KOs are all coming back. He did have a couple of guys come in off the bench, and hell, even with 9 guys on the pitch here, yeah, 9 guys on the pitch there, or actually 8 guys and a gal, it's still good enough to perhaps win the game. And he's up 1-0, so well, he could just kind of play catch to himself, you know, father-son catch, you know, in the backyard there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Give it back to one another, and that's it. Yeah, he's got the 3 blitzers. I think one of them is down, I think. No, actually, no. Okay, so he's only got 3 blitzers there? Yeah, he's got 3 blitzers here. But not a big deal, right? Dark Elves. That's just one guy with block. Ooh, a blitz on defense, and that's exactly what the Chaos Dwarves needed here, because if he didn't get that, then he wouldn't have been able to put as good of a pressure as he is now on the ball carrier and perhaps actually get into the backfield here after the blitz. So this is a big deal right here. Blitz on the kickoff is going to afford the Chaos Dwarves a real shot at actually getting back into this game now. He's going to center up the Bull Centaur with the +1 agility and tackle, so the blitz through is not going to happen through this guy here, but looks like the blitz is going to come along the right side. Going to use the claw, might be below people, but oh, just a push here. But it will be able to clear a little space here for the Bull Centaur to maybe get to the backfield, but back-to-back ones will spare this Dark Elf some Chaos Dwarf pressure there, and now he's going to be just fine. Yeah, I know, Dark Elves with no runner. I actually really like those runners a lot, because then if push comes to shove, then you can absolutely go potato with your guy. Just maybe have 1 or 2 escorts with your guy and go down the pitch and perhaps score it. I mean, I kind of can't have my Dark Elf team without the runner. Not to say that I like to go potato a lot, guys, but I mean, it happens, right? At the higher TVs especially, you end up getting a little bit stifled, and you sometimes need to just go for it there. And there's the pass back here, and we'll actually go and tie up the Hobgoblin. Yes, there we go. He'll reposition himself to be a lot better off, so the Hobgoblin will have to dive through into a tackle zone if he wants to perhaps get a blitz off on the ball carrier, and perhaps he does anyways, because this is maybe a free hit, but I mean, still needs the defender down die, but there we go. He's going to put another guy there to stifle that notion up, and Chaos Dwarves are still in a tough spot. You didn't field the runner when you were a noob? Then you did field one, and now I'm FU blitzers, runners, linemen, and winches. Well, I still went with the blitzers, but I mean, yeah, I know the feeling. I forego the witch elves early and get them later on. And I pretty much never get the assassins myself. The only time I get an assassin is if maybe I'm so rich that it's just not a big deal, right? And there we go. He's gonna get a nice little blitz in there, and we'll get that ball out. There we go. That's what happens when a part of the cage or part of the screen is open. Look at that. And he was able to get through no problem and get that blitz off. Ball's actually in a good spot now for the Chaos Dwarves, and we'll dodge away. We'll be able to get to the ball. Oh man, what fortuitous. But Dark Elf should be able to get at least a 2-die blitz here on the ball here. Actually, a 2-die block coming up. There we go. And both down die, but ooh, that's not going to be enough. But that's okay. No rerolls here. Not necessary. Just going to go ahead and get the blitz off there. He's going to contend with the guard, so a 1-die block. Ooh, just going to be more both down dice, but still, Dark Elf should be able to surround up the ball carrier and should be able to stifle up any ideas of going too far with it here. Unfortunately, didn't get much out of it. Ooh, there's the 1-die. Here for the defender down die. Oh, you wish you were. Oh man. Oh, Andy. That's all right, my man. Thank you for that thought, though. I had to drive home from work. There's nothing I could do. I started it up as soon as I got home and was able to wash my face and jump online and get this game going. Ah, thank you, Andy. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that sentiment. Chaos Dwarfs are going to continue with the piling on and the mighty blows. I mean, if anything, get those injuries off and whittle down the Dark Elves. That's what I'm saying here. That's what the Chaos Dwarfs love to do, whittle you down, and that's exactly what's happening now against the Dark Elves again. Oh boy. And unfortunately, Chaos Dwarfs has the ball now after the ball carrier left a little bit of an opening here for the Chaos Dwarves to take advantage of, and take advantage they do. And the main ball carrier of the Chaos Dwarves have it, and so Dark Elves' early supremacy has now been a bit routed. Yeah, well, I mean, I have to say that my counter is a little bit off there. Oh, thank you much for the follow there, Andy. I really appreciate that yet again. Oh, man. That really means a lot to me, man. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, I'm on American time zone soon, so unfortunately I can't get it out to you Euro guys fast enough. But hey, that's alright. That's kind of why I put them all on YouTube, right? And that's kind of where I'm more renowned on, right? Here comes the 1-die blitz here. We'll re-roll that, but unfortunately, again, too much guard here and can only get the 1-die block. Maybe can get another hit in. In fact, he should get another hit in. Yes, he's going to get another 1-die block opportunity, but gonna get skulled there. No defender down, nor a defender stumbles. And gonna go down here, and that's the guy with wrestle, that's the guy with tackle. All of that stuff would have been good for him. Look at this. Wrestle, tackle, and that defender down die would have been good. 50% chance to take him out. Hell, he probably should have. What he probably should have done was, after this hit here, probably should have just forgoed this reroll there, and then did the reroll. Should have held the reroll for this guy here, because he had a much higher chance of getting the ball out from this guy instead of from this guy instead. But now it's going to be turn 12. And truthfully, Dark Elves, maybe he could just say, hey, I'll just hold on. I'm not going to try to get this touchdown right away or anything like that. And maybe hold on for overtime and maybe stifle him up a bit. I mean, it's still going to be the Dark Elves' possession if the Chaos Dwarfs somehow score it, right? I mean, They should be able to stifle them up, but the Dark Elves are just one by one going down. They're in horrible positions at the moment and could get knocked out one by one here. And I think the Dark Elves actually can't hold the defense here against this stolen ball there. So Chaos Dwarves are looking really good now, and he's actually going to back up here and commit the foul. Oh yeah, you're a bit off on BB screens for now, but yeah, looking good. Season 7 finale is going to be a really good one. Oh, you co-cast with Sage, and yeah, you go for the high gameplay banter. That's me all the way. Yeah, I've co-casted before with Sage, and I have to say, you know, it's I mean, it's a good thing to have actually, because Sage he gives you his insights and he kind of gets his words in here and there, and for guys like us, we could just kind of get the banter out there and just throw out whatever we want to say out quickly and get the excitement going. Oh yeah, no, that's right. You co-cast with Zunk, right? Yeah. Hey, well, you should thank Zunk, because Zunk was the one that subscribed here on my Twitch, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check out Andy Davo real quick and see what he's all about. So there you go. But I always feel like, hey, you know what? All the Blood Bowl streamers should just support one another, right? I mean, that's just how I feel. Here comes the 2-die block. Dark Elves are just holding on. He's just gonna move his Dark Elves away to try to run away, but here the Bull Centaur is gonna track him down and knock him down here. Dodge fail. No big injuries, and the Dark Elves are just gonna keep the guys laying down. Don't want to get them injured because Chaos Dwarves, even though they might score it, overtime could go the other way. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, thank you for the invite. I wish I could see your streams more often, but again, I'm American, and so you're streaming at a time in which I'm normally working. So, and of course, I can actually jump in Twitch and take a look, but the latency on my work internet is so bad that I can't see the stream and I can't hear you. So even though I might be able to type and see the text, I won't be able to see what's going on the screen. Let's see the score. It's on the top there. 1-0, or 1-1 here. Chaos Dwarves do end up scoring it, passes the turns here, and now we are into overtime. Sudden death overtime, for those of you who don't know, first one to score the touchdown in the next bit will win the game. And unlike Blood Bowl Chaos Edition, where you just kind of get 4 turns each until somebody scores it, and you have to have 4 turns, here you just get up to 24, and then you get into sudden death kickoffs. Yes, I did, Andy. I did do your game. I didn't do your game if you have played your quarterfinal match yet, if you have done that. But I did do your first round match. And that's on YouTube. And again, I will say that, boy, I picked the other guy to win, but I mean, I have to say that I almost regretted it. Not regretted it, but I wanted to go back on my word, but I just don't know. I actually, right when I said I liked the other team, I was like, you know what? I got a feeling Andy's gonna win it in the first round, and so I'm gonna absolutely eat my words. But hey, I'm happy you made it. And I just do the predictions just for fun, right? I mean, it's not like I'm trying to be a bastard about anything. And unfortunately though, Chaos Dwarves are actually going to win the toss, and of course you want to field the ball if you are going to win the toss, because whoever gets the ball has a really high chance of winning it. And more injuries to come. Dark Elves barely holding on here with enough people here to play on defense, but Chaos Dwarves are gonna make sure that there will be nothing left but just blood splatters all over the ground. Yeah, Chaos. Yeah, there you go, Nate. Andy Dalvo's the one who won against the Orc team that I actually had favored to win the match, but I mean, Orcs with 2 guys with +1 in strength and everybody with guard. How do you lose it? I guess when you get into a bash fight with Chaos, then perhaps that's what happens. Their Claw Mighty Blow guys will get online and then after that just destroy you. Yeah, you wishing for a Nurgle and Chaos finale? Yeah, I know what you're saying. There you go, Nate. You can blame Andy. Get him! Sure hands pick up. That's a little bit too easy. Boy, what kind of different game would we be talking about if the Dark Elves would have actually won the coin toss? Then the Dark Elves probably would have just went for it in 2 or 3 and then perhaps win the game straight out like that. But now it's the Chaos Dwarves and we're going to see them grind it out here. No need to rush. Get the cage going. Watch and laugh at the Dark Elves as they just futilely just bounce off the cage and get themselves a little bit injured in the process. Bit of a blitz here. And for the Dark Elves, boy, the early aggression had paid off. And just that little small error in the first bit of the second half. And we're going to go back to it real quick just to take a look yet again at it. Just that turning point right there, the Dark Elves just had a little bit of a mishandling of the position and unfortunately lost the ball. He had a real shot here at winning the ball game. Ungern actually had taken out Will Sitar in the first round. I think Will Sitar has not won a first round match yet. I have to check that again, but I think Will Sitar has not won in the first round yet, and I think he's been in plenty of Champions Cups. Oh man. Oh yeah, Andy, you're gonna play against a Dwarven team that's just monstrous. I don't know how you're gonna survive, to be honest. And again, I had to pick the Dwarven team to win. Again, it's no ill will. It's just, I mean, I'm just looking at the stats, and I mean, it's just, yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Yeah, I mean, you do have some skills there, sir. So you could pull it out there. I mean, it's not over yet. That's why we play the game, right? I mean, this is why Blood Bowl is such an addicting sport to all of us that have played it, watches it. I mean, I have watched hundreds and casted hundreds of games, and just no two are really alike. Sure, they may be similar, but all the moves, everything happening within it just surprises you. There we go. Leap in there with that crazy ball hawk. He's going to get the ball out. KO on the main ball carrier. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Dark Elves, we were saying that perhaps the time is up. But now look at them. He does have a shot. 67%. He does get it. Oh, he gets to the ball but fails the pickup roll. And, ooh, almost gets on through. Look at that. And we're going to check that out real quick. Look at that. 4+ dodge. More 4+ dodges. 4+ pickup. And that's where, no way, sir. That's where it ends. That is right where it ends right there. And Dark Elves almost takes one away. Steals one. But unfortunately, he doesn't have the sticky fingers. No big hand. No big hand mutation right there. Oh man. Jump up here. I think that's a really great dodge skill to take right there. I mean, agility skill. It's just jump up. Wow, you know, it's just like a breath of fresh air. I mean, honestly, it's just he gets up and he continues to bash, right? I mean, it's so good. I think a couple of seasons ago I saw a Dwarven team with diving tackle and I was like, what the hell was that for? But then it saved them from one game and an Elven team that dodged the way to do something and totally got him and caused a turnover. But still, I mean, I think jump up here was quite the better decision. Nerd sport. The hardest thing in the game. I'm gonna say this. Freak says, you know, Blood Bowl is a nerd sport when the hardest thing in the game are walking long distances, picking up the ball. It's not just that, but yeah. Well, he actually walked a short distance, right? He walked maybe 3 squares. Gonna try to dodge away, and unfortunately not gonna get away from any of that madness here. Hobgoblin's gonna end up with the ball, and again, as long as his Hobgoblin holds breath, he's got the rock, baby. But moreover, this Chaos Dwarf team needs to really do something about this guy right here. As long as this guy draws breath, he still has a shot at getting that ball out and perhaps turning it the other way. So, not gonna waste any time. Claw and Mighty Blow, man, might come in to play, but no, it's gonna actually, he's gonna hit with this guy there on the left, and he's gonna be able to break armor. So look at that. He says, hey, I don't need Mighty Blow and Claw. I got this. Nasasio, you got it, man. Look at that. He's gonna break the armor of a very dangerous Dark Elf Blitzer, and with that, as I was saying, now there's no Ball Hawk, and that's pretty much GG. More Mighty Blow and Claw action, and I think at this point, with that Ball Hawk going out, I think only hopes and dreams now for the Dark Elves. And oh, here comes the injury. Back to back to back injuries. I don't know if you even want to win now, Andy, because I believe if you do win against the Dwarven team, you would have to face yet again a kill team in the Chaos Dwarves right here. I mean, do you really want that? You gotta think about this here. Just take a step back. Do you really want to face against this team? I don't know. Here comes the cage dive right there on the 5+ dodge in there, but unfortunately, not gonna be making it through. Chaos Dwarves just gonna prance on up the field. And there's really nothing the Dark Elves can do about it. I mean, again, he's gonna just cage dive, but probably not gonna be enough. Here's the guard there, and there, actually the only spot he can attack is gonna be this Hobgoblin without the guard. Otherwise, it's just, well, I mean, I think no matter what, it's gonna be a 2-red die block, right? The guy with Dauntless, with the tackle and wrestle and all that madness is gone, so you can forget about that. Let the Killer Dwarf versus Killer Chaos Dwarf happen. Well, I'm sure Andy will give it his all, but it will be a little bit difficult, right? I mean, it's going to be difficult. This could, right here on the sideline, as you can see, happen to our man there. So, do you really want? Oh man, Chaos versus Dwarves. Well, I don't know if it's going to be this efficient, right? I mean, ouch. I mean, hell, even the Dark Elves had taken a second to pop the carry. I mean, this would have been lights out. Good dodge around side, and actually those are all 4+ dodges to tackle even, so there was no dodge for her. And actually used the last revolt, does get the 1-die block in, and the Chaos Dwarves are a little bit stunned by this, and again the ball is out, so Dark Elves making it interesting all the way up to the end. Too bad it didn't injure this Hobgoblin, because then it would have been a little bit more difficult for this Chaos Dwarf team to get that ball, although he does have a +1 agility Bull Sitar, so not a big deal, I guess. We need 14 Skaven. Don't you guys go away though. We do have more action coming up. We have another game that we are going to cover that just finished, and so I think I'm not actually sure who played. I just started this game up and I saw that another game had finished. So we are going to be covering yet another match. So don't you go away after this. Chaos Dwarves are looking like they're going to take the victory. Dark Elves are about to be pitch cleared. Unfortunately, not going to get his man there. No, he's going to get the go full roll with that. He's going to get the foul off to try to get the pitch clear. Get him down. Look at that. Get those claws in there. Gonna just get the stun. He's going to get fouled out, but I'm sure at this point, Dark Elves have probably seen enough. Oh yes, another game's coming up. I normally end it, but I mean, who knew that two people would just play today on a Wednesday? Another foul there. Just try to get the pitch clear. But just more stuns. Turn 24, and that will be it. Hobgoblin slides it in for the touchdown, 2-1. And Crucifer moves on to face off against the winner between Andy Davo's Chaos Dwarf team, not Chaos Dwarf, Chaos team, or Adant's Dwarven team. Check out the stats real quick before we take a look at the other game. And as you can see here, I mean, you talk about one big stat that just jumps out at you. 29 armor value breaks, 11 injuries caused, 9 KOs, 68 blocks were succeeded. Sure, the first half went pretty good for the Dark Elf team, actually having a real shot at winning the ball game. Again, we're just going to take a real quick look at the 9th to 10th round. So I actually should have backed it up before, but instead of restarting this up. But I just want to take a real quick look again at the 9th, 10th turn, where the Dark Elves were getting a little bit pressured here, and then led to the turnovers of the Dark Elves real quick. And it can all pretty much come down to that moment there that the Dark Elves had really lost it. Because yeah, in the first half here, he has to get aggressive. He bases a couple of the Chaos Dwarfs up. He's going to get injured. That's going to happen when you play aggressively like that. But as long as you get the ball and as long as you're able to score it, right? It's absolutely worth it. But then, second half comes around, and then disaster, right? Here comes the Dark Elves there. And they do get the blitz on the kickoff here. And there we go, right here. He's got nowhere really to go with the ball. Bull Centaur is down right there. He's got the Bull Centaur in the backfield. So, truthfully, I think the best thing here is just to grab this ball up and then quite possibly take it back. Bull Centaur, he's already squared away and he's down for the count. No jump up for that man. And could get this pass off and then still hang in the backfield, I think. I think that might have been the better idea. But anytime any part of your screen or cage is basing one of the other team, well, they can absolutely open this up and then still be able to get that blitz off. And this little oversight right here by Ungern is the cause of all troubles, because he's got the 4-strength tackle player right there, and he's got the guard Chaos Dwarf, so he's got the assist for the Hobgoblin. Just can't get any skulls, can't get 1 and 9 there or anything like that from the both down die or the skull dice, and that's it. I mean, this is just textbook, right? You don't ever base your cage or your screen, or this might happen to you guys. And with that, we're gonna end this game, and again we're gonna start up yet another game. Well, I'll just let the resultant here. So he just needed to push right there. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have guard or anything like that, so not to worry. And here comes the Bull Centaur blitz straight away. 2-die block with tackle. And defender down die, and that's it. At this point, the Dark Elves were hoping one of his other guys was going to get it on the bounce, but that ball lands in a horrible spot, and that's all she wrote, baby. I'm gonna quit the replay here, and again, I'm gonna jump into another match here. I'm gonna stop the stream. Well, actually, I don't need to stop the stream. I can just highlight it, couldn't I? And then just do the highlights separately. So I could do that. All right. So in the brackets here, let's go ahead and just check out the brackets real quick. And we are going to give this one to Crucifer. Where's my big guy? Well, unfortunately, you don't get big guys, Dark Elf team. And he will face off against the winner between the Chaos team and the Davo Flaming Death. Against the Dwarven team, Nam's comeback of Adont. And I believe, yes, it's going to be the Undead versus the Nurgle team. So let's go ahead and check that out. No commands? Oh, yeah, sorry, Nate. So, oh man, Nightbot, what? Come on. Well, you know, Nate, you can totally, you can totally help me out with those commands, right? Oh yes. All right.